Welcome my friends, we have Town Hall 10 3-star attacks, all kinds of goodies today, so stick around, some pretty cool stuff here. Now, let's break it down, let's watch some of these and see the different strategies used. Now this is a ring base, kind of like a Town Hall 11, this is an engineered base. How does he go around to getting this done? We have some fails too, I believe as well, but here, doing the queen walk, very popular strategy. Now with these ring type bases, what I've seen a lot done is you take down, use a queen walk, and then you bring in bowlers and the golem to kind of circle the base, and then in the core you put your Valkyries, and the core takes out the Inferno towers, and usually there's expos in the core on these ring type bases, or at least there's Inferno towers. So you can tell the queen is just going south, and because she's going south, this is where he breaks in the bowlers that he barely got down that storage there. Luckily the bowlers went to the core. They could have circled around, thankfully not. But here comes the powerhouse. Now, you can use a rage early on right here. You're about to find out. Look at those bowlers. Oh, they're about to die. That giant bomb took it down. The queen got stuck on a wall, unfortunately. But a lot of times, I like using a rage on this ring section. And not the greatest... Honestly, I would have probably lured the clan castle or let the queen take care of it. Because actually it didn't matter too much because the giant bombs did take down those bowlers, so they didn't do much. I like putting a rage on the bowlers personally, but I guess he was saving the rage for his queen, and then obviously one rage in the middle for the Valkyries. There he pops the ability, the Valkyries come in, the jump, you can see what's going on. The king finished the funnel, and then in the core here, a little misplacement on the rage. Just make sure that rage is directly in the center so you'll get the best bang for your buck. But he does have another rage for the other side, so the Valkyries will get through those walls immediately. You can tell immediately. I would actually probably have used the rage on the queen. At that moment in time, keeping her alive was more important than the Valkyries getting through the walls that quickly. But it didn't matter. Look, he took down the base. I mean, he definitely would have had the 3-star with the queen up, but he still got it anyway. So great attack taking down those ring bases. I like this strategy. Queen walk with the bowlers and the Valkyries in the core. I've seen it people be 3-starred by it many times. Also, another go hobo is good for ring bases, I think. I brought you that strategy as well. So here's another one. This is not a max Town Hall 10. A lot of these aren't, but still, nonetheless, tricky bases. How do you take them down? What is going on? Another Queen Walk Valkyrie. This is very popular at this level. A lot of Queen Walks still, even post-update, and the air traps are taken down. Now, a way to stop the Queen Walk, you can be risky and put your air traps, and you kind of put them on the outside and expect where they're going to go. Because if they do take down, if a healer goes down early, it can cause a lot of trouble. You notice he did lower the clan castle, smart move. Gonna drop the poison, a little misplaced there, but still takes down the enemy clan castle, doesn't have to use a rage. Saves the rage for later, which is very smart. Here comes the kill squad portion. You can tell you always want to try to, again, in case you're not aware, bring in your kill squad along with your queen. So what's going to happen here, he's going to join forces together, so that way they will go into the core at pretty much the same time. So double the firepower, and it'll just help the attack go well. Now, interesting placement on the jump. He's obviously bringing in his Valkyries, and he's just going to let the Valkyries hit through the first wall, and on the second, as they get to the jump, they're going to go into the core. So, very smart there. He got as many compartments as possible. You notice he got 4 compartments with that one jump spell, so caused a lot of damage. The bowlers are still alive. The healers are keeping them up as well as the queen at the same time. Look at that great king placement. Now you thought, why didn't he drop the king at the very beginning? Well, he's using the king as kind of a back-end hog, a back-end attack. The king is going to be able to take down that wizard tower, that cannon, that mortar, and eventually he's going to get down the archer tower as well. So a lot of bang for your buck with that king. So very nicely done. If he brought him in at the beginning of the raid, he could have been kind of wandered off and not done as much damage. But tons of troops left. Look at this. Valkyries galore. King and queen still up with healers. Very good stuff from Kratos. Town Hall 10 attack. So let's keep going on here. Some more stuff. Another ring type base. Yes, this is not maxed out base, not even close to max. But still, how do you get it done? Another, again, this ring type strategy, using the Valkyries and bowlers. Now, I will say, this got a little sloppy. But it just goes to show how powerful bowlers and kind of weak the ring base type is. I'm not a big fan of this ring base at the Town Hall 10 level. You need anti 3-star bases, and these are not cutting it. Not at all. So unfortunate, honestly, that queen didn't hit that king. I was hoping the queen would take on the king, but it didn't happen. So in these circumstances, you have to be aware that the queen could easily path around the base. Lizzie, she got very fortunate that the queen didn't circle the base here and that she went back into the core. And the only reason is, look at that, she could have easily gone around. Very fortunate there. The funnel wasn't really created, so he lost a couple bowlers to the outside, unless that was planned. But look at those bowlers right there. You see, the funnel wasn't there. They were going to the army camp, but last minute they came to the king. Oh my goodness, what luck. Very fortunate there that happened. Otherwise, probably not the 3-star, because it really came down to the wire here at the end. Now, the healers unfortunately got stuck on that golem. Not good. They didn't pass with the queen, so the queen and the bowlers down to the south are alone. He did drop the jump spell into the core. Here comes the Valkyrie, so that was nicely done. Very patient there. It actually worked out that the golem did get stuck on that wall. Provide a lot of tank for those Valkyries in the core, but you can tell there's so much destruction in the south with those bowlers and the rage. Nothing can really stop them. The king is providing the tank necessary for those bowlers. And there you go. Now, I will say a couple things that got fortunate for him. That golem is providing a lot of tank. It's distracting 4 defensive units. That Expo, 2 archer towers, and that mortar all on the golem there. So it provided health and was able to keep his bowlers and queens still alive at the very end. So very cool stuff. 3-star, lots of troops left, honestly. So very nicely done, even though it was a little sloppy at the beginning, almost have failed as far as the funnel went, but she was able to make some good stuff go for her at the end for the 3-star. So nicely done, Lizzie. Good stuff. Keep it going. That's a Town Hall 9 attack. I don't want to show you those. Let me see what else I got here. I know I have a number of attacks here. Let's see. This is a Town Hall 11 versus Town Hall 10. Just want to show you this 3-star in case you maybe want different strategy. Maybe you're Town Hall 11. You're like, how do I take down Town Hall 10s? Bowlers are the way to go, it seems. Except I did show that one video, the kind of ring base for the Town Hall 11 versus Town Hall 11 using La Lune. Go with that. But La Lune works well at Town Hall 10 level as well. But here comes the bowlers. They're just so powerful with that Grand Warden ability. Plus a little misplacement on the freeze, but that's okay. But they're just so powerful. Nothing can really stop them. But I still see a lot of fails. And honestly, this is not a good base design. This is an old base design that you need to get. If you have a base like this at Town Hall 10, get rid of it. These aren't good. You need anti-3-star Town Hall 10 bases when you're facing Town Hall 11s, because you know without a doubt, the meta is Town Hall 11s are dipping to take on these max Town Hall 10 bases, because Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 max, it's just not a good safe bet. It's so hard to 3-star at the Town Hall 10 level against these max bases that Town Hall 11s are dipping. But even look at this. I mean, it's not an overpowering attack in the sense, yes, he does have a lot of bowlers left, but it's not like he has tons of bowlers. His Grand Warden's still not alive, or his king. So it wasn't a destructive 3-star attack, like it would used to be with before the update. People were using miners. No Town Hall 10 could stand a chance. But still, nonetheless, here is another ring type base. Look at this. Come on, guys, please. You're using the same bases. Not good at all. Oh, my goodness. Anyways, same sort of strategy. This time it's a queen walk. Last time it was just pretty much a straight mass bowler. You just kind of spammed them right at the beginning. It worked out well. This one worked out well using the poison spell on the queen. If in case you didn't know that, you can use a poison on the queen and you won't have to use a rage. But he did bring a rage in because he realized he lost a healer and the clan castle was coming out. So just to be safe, he dropped that rage because that healer did go down and there's some defensive structures on him. So this attack, he's actually bringing kind of doing a two-phase attack. He's coming down at the corner here. Very interesting move. That's fine. He's going to come at the corner and actually work out fine. He's bringing kind of like creating a funnel on one end and then bringing the rest of the bowlers. The funnel wasn't totally created, but it was almost just enough just to get his troops into the core, and that was the real key. Obviously, these ring-type bases, it can be a danger to get your troops into the core there. So just be aware of that. You notice all his bowlers down to the south are separate from his heroes. I don't think that was intention, guys. You kind of want to keep your heroes and your bowlers together. That way, the bowlers will stay alive longer. Luckily, the golem did pass south, so that's good. He's triggering a lot of giant bombs there, if you noticed. But destruction at hand. Not much can be done. The king is still up. The queen still has her ability. Bowlers everywhere. 3-star, inevitable. Destruction taken down. Oh yeah, boom shakalaka. He's a good attacker. I brought a lot of attacks from him. Good 3-star attacks. A lot of 3-stars here. A lot of 3-star attacks, and I like it. Let's move onwards and upwards, and let's see how it's done. Let me show you. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out the base I want to show. I don't think we have any more Town Hall 10 3-stars. This is a Town Hall 11 2-star. We'll give this a go. In case you're not aware, I've done videos on this before. This is the using baby dragons and Valkyries. What you're really doing, you're using the baby dragons on the outside. These work well against bases that don't defend well against air attacks. If you notice, all his air defenses are pretty are not within range of those baby dragons until they take out pretty much the whole outer core. And once the outer core is gone, it's pretty simple from here on out. You drop a jump spell or bring wall breakers. He did have a wall breaker fail at the beginning, so he had to drop the jump, and he wasn't intending to, but very smart that he did so. You don't want to give any chance to having your Valkyries path around the base instead of to the core. So he made sure, he called the audible. He realized he needed the jump at the beginning. Now, he didn't drop the poison spell right away, a little late, and because of it was just a little late, it could cause damage. Luckily, nice freeze on the clan castle. Wasn't able to take down any of his troops. But drop those poisons before you kind of get into the core there, and that will go well for you. Anyways, there it is. 2-star attack versus Town Hall 11. If you need to do that, and Town Hall 9s can do that as well. Against Town Hall 11s, especially if they're not max Town Hall 11s. So just remember that. A cool strategy to use to 2-star Town Hall 11s if you have the Town Hall 11 not an anti-2-star. So this is even a harder attack. Why? Yes, it's not max Town Hall 11, but the Town Hall is in the core of the base. So it poses a much harder threat, but you can see where he's going to go. Where would you go? I mean, if you were looking at this base, where would you put your Valkyries? Well, you obviously want to funnel them directly to the Town Hall. So he's going to be coming in on the hero side. Actually, he could have come in from the other side, and on the opposite side of the hero side would have been better. I think he's going to directly hit in with the heroes. Honestly, it's just a little more dangerous. There goes the first jump. There goes the second. You can tell exactly where the Valkyries are going to path. But if he came opposite side of the heroes, he could have just avoided them almost altogether. But it's okay. Everything it's kind of mayhem there in the center. He needs to drop that rage. There goes down the rage. And the freeze spell he's going to put on, okay, he's going to put it on the Eagle Artillery. Just a little late on that freeze spell. The artillery was able to get a shot off. Look at that. Oh my goodness, all those giant bombs in the core. So maybe it was a good idea he did come from that end. If he came from the other end, I was wrong. I didn't realize all those giant bombs were there. Anyways, hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. We'll see you next time. Halo.